Hello, hey now, welcome everybody. This will be the next lab we have to talk about, which is going to be called something called creating a dashboard. Another app, like a solution that's part of the Esri GIS um, products that they offer for everybody. We're very familiar with ArcGIS Online right now, which is uh, you manage data, develop um, layers, and essentially that's the best place to go to kind of make your maps. But um, today we're going to use something that's a little bit different. You'll still be doing a map, but we're going to be making something called a dashboard. You may have seen it's similar to the web app, but with even more tools and kind of in a different presentation style, things that you can really make pop out, kind of like an infographic or something, but that's actually live and interactive in a sense. Today we're going to work with the with COVID-19 data. So let me see. Let me get my screen shared with you guys. You've probably seen this, or if you haven't seen this directly, you've at least heard of this before um, as being cited from whatever news network or some media you've come across in the time frame that you've been looking up or seeing information about COVID-19. If this is the future and we've already got a vaccine and whatnot, then great. But just remember what it was like when you were going through that time frame. As this is recorded fall of 2020. Anyways, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to show you what's called the Johns Hopkins University COVID-19 dashboard. Okay. And like I said, this has been the most commonly used in the United States, in particular for media when it comes to communicating COVID-19 statistics information, and in particular, geo information, right? All wrapped into GIS, which is great. Let's do that now. Okay, share my screen to you guys. So let me show you the example I'm talking about here. If I go to Johns Hopkins COVID map, let's see. Okay, this nifty thingy here. This is called the dashboard. Okay, this is made in GIS. Okay, and you guys are going to make this actually something very, very similar, try to emulate this. Now, it's not going to be as detailed, quite as detailed as this, but all the data is the same, and you'll learn the intricacies of how to place these various menus and other things that allow you to view more, really, than just the map itself. Right? You're telling a much larger story and giving the user a lot more to interact with the dashboard, as opposed to just here's the map. So this is our benchmark, okay? And what we're striving to get to. Again, you're not going to make it as detailed as this, at least I'm not requiring you to. You can, but if you want to really explore this, but for the time being, for this assignment, you'll see what I'm looking for in a moment. Just wanted to share this with you to know kind of what either you have or you didn't realize you've been getting your geo information related to COVID from, and it's primarily this site and this map. Okay, it's all updated from CDC and World Health Organization statistics, so this is not like only Johns Hopkins is putting this together. It's actually collaborative from, a whole bunch of various scientific resources providing this information, just so you know. Okay. So we're going to do things this time from a PDF that I'm going to share with you guys. And I downloaded this from LearnGIS. It's so finicky. Some of this LearnGIS stuff is right on the website. Some of it I like to kind of pull bits and pieces from, kind of make my own, as you've seen. This time, for whatever reason, I had to download the PDF because the link that they had for this was way too long. Anyways, doesn't matter. Here's the instructions, and you'll be able to do the lab, okay? This is what you're going to be working with, okay? And monitoring COVID-19, a dashboard. And so imagine yourself now, right? The CDC has asked your GIS company to configure a dashboard, right? So imagine that you guys are like, have been tasked to create this dashboard that feeds into Johns Hopkins. Let's call it DVC. Let's call it Chabot. Let's call it whatever you want to university. Doesn't matter. But what we're going to be given here are a few different feature layers, which contain cases information. We're going to get GIS layers for different countries, different states, and we're also going to have COVID death statistics. So there's a whole bunch of things that we're going to be working with in terms of different layers and data sources. Okay, now let's scroll down. You do need to have your ArcGIS Online account working. Okay, we've gotten to the point in the semester where that should not be a problem anymore. If it is, reach out. But your task for this lab is to walk through and complete these steps. Okay, you're going to be using something called the Living Atlas. We've done this already with the Houston map that we made. This is really neat. This is going to give you access to these data sets, so you don't have to download them and search all over the web and all over different kinds of places to find the accurate COVID results and tabulate them, et cetera, et cetera. No, it's all right here, Living Atlas. Awesome, okay? So you're gonna be creating a dashboard, okay, with not just the map, right, but you're gonna have the list, so all these countries, and indicators, which are, let me see, indicators are things like, let me see if I can show you, like this kind of thing, okay, indicators. So things that kind of pop out more, whether they're graphical or text-based, but clearly they're there for a reason, right? They're there for a reason. Charts, and you're gonna go through and do some filterings and create some headers and titles. So again, it's more than just data. It's also providing this, or it's more than just the map. It's also providing ancillary data that's live and able to be configured, not manipulated, but scrolled through and played with by the user. But also look at this dashboard, just like the presentation of it. Think about this for a second, right? You guys have been doing web apps, and there's obviously an advantage to doing that from the aesthetic perspective. The dashboard also gives you a very, very nice presentation. Okay, so this could be something that you use, whatever company it is or whoever you are working for at some point in time in your career. If you do GIS, that's great. But they might come to you and say, hey, we have all this data for this specific thing. We really want to present it to our stakeholders or our shareholders. You have an idea what to do. So boom, here's a dashboard, right? Here's a dashboard. Send this to everybody in the company, right? What a great way to communicate what you're trying to do. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna walk through these things. I'm not gonna do these one by one for you, but go ahead and start here and walk through the exercise, okay, step by step. Be very careful that you're following each one of these step by step, okay? So you first start out with a map. Let's scroll through. This stuff is pretty self-explanatory. I did want to get to, let's see, oh, no, we're gonna keep going. You're gonna configure the pop-ups, which you guys are already a little bit familiar with. This is all of your attribute information, right? So when someone clicks on the map, they have that available. And then right here, when you get to step 4, I want to make sure right here that you guys save your map it doesn't tell you to do that, but I want you to save the map right here. Because if you don't, I'm pretty sure it still saves it, but you're jumping it now into something different. You're moving on, you're moving away from the map. First you design the map, then you're moving away from that and working into developing the dashboard. Okay, so I want to make sure you save that data. Okay, you get into the dashboard, which is here. Okay, now when you get into your dashboard, it's going to have you guys, let's see, there's a whole bunch of different settings here. And frankly, I don't mind whether you use a light or dark dashboard, okay? I don't actually expect you to make it exactly the same thing as the Johns Hopkins. Like I said, that's a benchmark. The data is important, but as far as the color and the symbols and things like that, like I said, I've kind of given you guys freedom, and it's like it's the way I like to teach this because I want to see some uniqueness and creativity between the different maps. As long as it's the same map at the end of the day, right? That's fine. So get in there. You could change these various colors around if you want to, light to dark. Keep the settings the same. And there's tons of these things as we scroll through. You know, as far as changing appearance and symbology. So I give you, you know, free range to explore this. Okay, and I'd like to see some variety. Really, I would. Okay, I'm gonna keep going here until I get to. Let's see, update map sharing. No, these are indicators, so you're gonna definitely have to insert those. Maybe change instead of bold, change it to italics. You know, little things like that. It'll help me distinguish from one student from another, right? It's a good thing. And it's not final in terms of like if you wanted to send this off to someone else or do something else with it. It's all ArcGIS Online, so it's there in your account forever. Let's see, filters. Yes. Now, when you get to the sharing. I want to make sure that you guys update your sharing. Go to your content. And so after you finish the dashboard, you go back to your content page. And then you have to click on the item, okay? Which, here, I'll just show you real quickly what that looks like. I think I have it on this one. Yeah, so here's my content page, okay? So then I would click on my item, which is, in this case, the dashboard. And then you get to the item page. And from here, I want to make sure that you guys, because otherwise I can't see it, right? I make sure that you guys go to this button here, share, and share it with everybody like this, okay? Share with everyone. So then I can see it when you give me the link, okay? So now that's updated as far as sharing is concerned. Then if you go here to view dashboard, and go ahead and send me this link right here, okay? Send me this link. I'll put in the assignments. That's going to be what you need to give me for this assignment, okay? Alrighty, so kind of a fun one, topical, interesting, even if it's not topical per se at the time you're seeing this, still is always going to be a place in history for this particular disease, what it did to the world. And you know, you put things into a map and it gives you a different perspective of what's really going on, okay? The great thing is with GIS, it doesn't have to be just this, right? Say you wanted to take this down to a city or a zip code or, you know, even further than that level to really embrace this, to give you more answers or more indicators or more, you know, whatever you want to do, right? You can create this dashboard and communicate this kind of COVID information however you like. Yeah, that's the great thing about it. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this, and good luck. We'll see you next time. That's it for this one. No lecture, just the lab. Enjoy, everybody. Bye for now.